And with me, there's Seth Fraser and Matt. And I just opened up the webinar because there were still a few more phone calls that were urgently needed to be done. So Matt and Seth, you both there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. So you want me to pass you over the presenter stage, Matt?
You know what? Give me 1 second. I forgot that we actually had changed the webinar to an hour earlier, acting to be on here in about 50 minutes. So give me just 2 minutes. Let me set my screen up and then go ahead and pass it. So just hang on just 1 second.
Okay, so I just put the early bird up. So yeah, great. Well, that's what I expected. Some because you guys have been traveling. So we've got everybody here, and I think at the moment, if I can see it, we've got 89 members here, which is great.
Hey Matt, I'm back as well. Also, just got off the phone with Russ, and I think he was a little confused on the time too. I think we changed the webinar time a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
So you know, I think a lot of folks might have just kind of misplaced that, and Russ was one of them. So he actually did ask if we would be willing to tell everybody to come back in an hour, and he'd be happy to be on for the updates. But I think we can run with what we've got. Don't you think, here, Matt?
Yeah, no, that's no problem. Just give me a few minutes. I got to set up a few my screen here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So, Seth, if you wanna take it away, kind of set this up for a little bit, I'll be here in a minute or so.
Absolutely. Well, let's start off by saying, first of all, the last couple of weeks have been pretty hectic on our side, and in a good way. We've had a lot of things going on kind of behind the scenes development. So first of all, you know, I know that a lot of you have been kind of clamoring for some updates, and we've been a little bit hesitant to give them. And part of the reason for that, too, we've actually been doing a lot of research on what the field wants and what you guys have requested. And there's been some changes to the program to kind of accommodate some of those requests, and I think really give you guys one of the things that we're most excited about, you know, with getting Blog Network off the ground, is giving people the ability and the tools to be successful without necessarily knowing a whole lot about the world of internet blogging, the world of being in the online arena, so to speak. With those things in tow, you know, a lot of people would come and say, you know, hey, I don't know how to write a post. I'm not a writer, and that's okay. In fact, a lot of what we've done with Blog Network, you're going to be seeing a lot of very interesting stuff tonight. We're going to be telling you a little bit about some of the big changes that we're making to the program, and some really exciting stuff that's going to be happening before March 15th. Now, we are launching still on March 15th. We did delay it a couple of weeks, and that was a necessary thing for us. We're getting a few more ducks in a row that I'm really excited about, too. Some things that are really going to help out with exactly what I was talking about, being able to give you more content without you being a professional writer, a professional blogger. You know, some people really enjoy that for a job, and if you're one of those people and you want to get on and blog every single day, we encourage that. And in fact, we're going to give you some extra reason to encourage that tonight, because we're going to give you some of the details of our upcoming contest to promote Blog Network. We're going to tell you a little bit about some of the exciting stuff that's there for you if you do choose to go out and update your blog on a daily basis or create a blog about a particular subject. There's going to be a lot of motivation for you to be able to do that. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that tonight. We're also going to be kind of giving you some insider information and announcing some kind of really, I think, real stuff. We're going to be giving you access to some experts in the field who are actually on this call tonight, and they won't be talking with us tonight, but you'll be hearing from them down the road, people that have been just absolute monsters in the industry. They understand search engine optimization. They know how to get to the top of a Google ranking. They can take a look at something and say, okay, this is a blog about potatoes, but did you know that the most successful blogs are about mashed potatoes or are about scalloped potatoes or whatever it might happen to be? That's the kind of experts you're dealing with in this industry, and they can also show you how you can be incredibly successful running a home-based business and having that be the primary subject of your blog. On our side, from TFT, we're going to be telling you a little bit as well about some of our experts who are going to be writing some of this content for you, and we're going to be introducing some really neat new concepts to the blogging network that we'll tell you more about here in just a little bit. So hopefully that was enough of an intro, Matt, to kind of get you settled in and ready to kind of take it for a little bit. Are you up and ready?
Yeah, flip it on over.
Awesome, buddy. Let me go ahead and give you control, and we'll just roll with that, buddy. Go ahead and take it away.
Okay, great. Let me see here. Find the right monitor to show. Alrighty. All right, guys. First of all, I mean, it's been obviously too long since I've been on a webinar. I still thought they were an hour later. I know we switched it here a couple weeks ago, but again, apologize for that. But more importantly, apologize for not getting on earlier. Just been completely swamped with our programming team here. We've got a lot of stuff that you probably have noticed is about 80%, 90%. One of the things that we're going to be doing and really focusing on is getting back to our core business. You know, we have some people who, you know, have joined recently who have kind of emailed in, and, you know, the tone of the people that have emailed in asking questions or just kind of utterly lost. You know, what is this? You guys have so much going on here. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm not really sure where to look. I'm not really sure, you know, what's working, what's not working, what's up. And it really just kind of hit home to us. And we realized, you know, we have been running 1,000 miles an hour basically for a year now. But really since our launch event in October, we've been pushing hard to bring a lot of different things to market. And, you know, we've had challenges along the way. We've had issues with programming, some programmers. Recently, you know, many of you are aware we had an issue with an API that we created to allow easy access into our system via Facebook. And it was an open source, easy API that just so happened we unfortunately put on the same database as our main server, something we should have never done, something we should have kept on a separate server. And it allowed people to gain access to you know, our site and, you know, compromise some data. So we've been, you know, really just kind of like, okay, let's put some brakes on here for just a minute. Let's secure this thing up. Let's get back to what we do best. And, you know, then let's launch some of these features and roll them out so that they are all toppling on top of each other, dovetailing with each other, and making each other work better and stronger so that we can provide this maximum value to our members. So this is where we're at right now. I wanted to hold this webinar to let you guys know a few things. First of all, we're not happy at all with this number that you're looking at right here, and on our membership base, based on everything we're doing, you know, tells us there's an issue. You know, whether it's on our side, whether it's on the marketing side, whether it's on you know, something we're doing, we're not getting the message across where you understand how big this is going to be. You understand how big the blog network's going to be and how it's going to tie that free thing, not just you know, free products and services, but our daily deals, hotels, ad networks, everything that we're doing in the future. I mean, it really is going to be kind of the glue that brings all the content together. And so one of the things that we're going to be doing is the timestamps are actually going to be expiring in the next 48 hours. We've made this decision today. We wanted to announce it tonight. So if you have not upgraded for the blog network, you don't have any more time. You have 48 hours, and then at that point, it doesn't matter when you join that free thing. It'll all funnel to the bottom. It'll all you'll go in underneath of these 1,300. We're finally unleashing our marketing campaign. I've been to Russ here the last you know, basically month, saying, look, we're at a point right now to bring this to the table and inject a ton of volume, excitement, momentum into this. The timing's perfect. We're going to do it around the blog network, but we want people to be able to take action and get in before this happens. So here's what we're doing. over the next 48 hours, everyone who's currently in our system will be honored with that timestamp. So if you've already upgraded, you're locked. Our 2 by 14 matrix will be completely filled with the timestamps that, or excuse me, 2 by 14 with the timestamps according to these levels right here. So that will happen and be locked in. Now, after 48 hours, we're going to begin our mass marketing campaign, and we're opening this up to everybody. We're not just going to TFT members. We're opening this up. You don't have to be a TFT member. There'll be a lot of massive benefits for being a TFT member and a blog network upgraded member, but you do not have to have an active membership in the next after 48 hours. And the reason we're doing this is simple, because we understand the mass appeal of what we're about to create, and we believe we can lead with BlogNetwork and bring people into TFT. Right now, we're limiting this big time on just allowing our members to join this. So starting on Thursday, and you'll get an email right after this webinar, we'll be promoting it hard. You'll understand what's about to happen here. But this is going to be opened up, and anyone can join it. They can put any type of content on it. And the reason it's going to be big for TFT members is because you will not be able to earn money on our daily deals. You will not be able to earn a lot of the extra revenue streams unless you're a That Free Thing member. So people can come in, they can use the blog network, they can use it for everything that we'll have, all the value, the content, being able to have your own blog on a very good domain, search engine rankings. They'll be able to use it, but the cherries on top, the extra sugar, all of the extra profit that can be made from the blog network, you'll have to sign up in That Free Thing to stream the deals, to get access to things. And you'll see what I'm talking about when it actually launches here on March 15th. So we wanted to make that announcement to our leaders on the webinar tonight, before we announced it in print and before lock in their original timestamps, and then we're completely opening this up and mass marketing it to many databases. It's actually around 13 million. We've strategically planned this out. We're spending some good money. We've already been talking. Russ and I have a good plan, and I'm kind of mad that Russ, not mad, but it's too bad Russ isn't on tonight, because he could share a little bit more about the marketing strategy of what we're planning to do here. But we'll get him on here on the Thursday night blog. One thing I want to show you, I want to give you a sneak peek. So here's our blog backend. I mean, it's your typical WordPress backend, but what you're going to notice over here is we have our own custom menu that you can easily use to begin creating content. Now, this is very easy. We're simplifying this to the point where you don't need to know how to use WordPress. You don't need to know how to do anything. You pick your username, whatever that may be. You'll gain access to this. This will be your new back office. Not new back office, I should say, additional back office. And you'll be able to click. If you want to create a new blog, you click New Blog, you put it right here. You're going to see a lot of tools and plugins right here to help on the SEO part of stuff that's really going to allow you to maximize everything that you're putting out there. But we're going to make it just very easy for you. We're going to provide all the plugins for you. We're going to provide all the themes for you. You're not going to have to design anything. You're not going to have to know anything technical. It's just all about creating content and relevant content. So if you haven't already taken action in the blog network, the whole idea of it is you can pick out any topic that you want. Let's say, cars, for example. You're very interested in cars. You pick out your username, and it's actually, we're going to start calling this your site name. Your site name will be cars. So it'll be blognetwork.com/cars. Okay? And so when you go to this, it'll be your blog. So you can go and, if you've used WordPress before, we don't have any themes loaded, but if you click on themes, This is the main theme that always comes. You'll see dozens of themes that you can choose from. You can download as many themes as you want. There are thousands of themes through the WordPress platform. So basically, we're giving you an entire platform on WordPress, complete with all of the greatest plugins, customized templates, and the ability to just create massive content on a really good ranking domain. And it's not going to, I mean, you can create anything. You don't have to just promote that free thing. You don't have to promote, you know, anything. You can use this to promote and brand yourself. If you have a pizza shop, if you have a coffee shop, we're going to show you how to use this as an extension of your business. It's going to be tweaked and completely integrated with your Facebook, your Twitter, you know, your YouTube. I mean, we're about to create just a rock that's going to be like gravity that says, essentially, come and, you know, do your thing here, whatever that may be. Here's the back. Some of the other go over is our daily deals. Now, I'm just going to come clean with you guys. Our daily deals are horrible. You know, 80%. We are very close on creating the entire location services for this, but right now it's nowhere near where we want it to be. So this is the last time you're going to see it. I'm taking this down after the webinar tonight. We are revamping this, and it's going to be completely relaunched on May 1st. So we're going to take the next almost 2 months, the next 60 days, to acquire vendors, to really bring this to a point when this comes back online. It's going to be injected into the blog network. It's going to be injected into that free thing, and you're going to see what we've been working on. So rather than bring it all to you and have the deals be sporadic and scarce, we are taking this down. We're going to be completely relaunching it on May 1st. So those are really the two big announcements that I wanted to announce tonight. Blog Network is launching here now in 10 days. You know, we're getting ready to you know, roll this out. It's going to take, I would say, you know, a month or two to get some real good traction on the content. By the time the content's ready, not only are we going to have the daily deals to inject into it, but we're also going to be having our own ad network in here as well. So those are the things that we're focusing on. You'll notice if you go into your back office right now, we've simplified the menu a little bit. We've gotten rid of some of the things that maybe weren't working. We've gotten rid of you know, just a few things that we're no longer wanting to focus on. And you'll see a big focus here over the next 30 days back on all of our free things. In fact, I was talking to Seth today, and we have some phenomenal free stuff back here, but we're not getting the type of traction and traffic that we should be getting by offering some of this stuff. You know, so what we're going to be doing is, I mean, a free 5-hour energy. I mean, I drink one of these every single day. I didn't even know, you know, this was up here until I checked it. Understand some of the value that we're putting back here because it's just in this one section. So you'll see this now streaming all over the site, the hot deals streaming all over the site. The blog is going to be a very, very big you know, place where people will go looking for cars, and all of the cars categories will stream in, and they'll see free stuff. They can get a free muffler, you know, whatever it may be, a free car wash. You know, we're really going to target and allow you to pull in categories based on your blogs. So we have this vision of how this is going to go. We have about 80 to 90% of it already completed. Now it's about just tying it all in together, bringing in the marketing, and going nuts. I mean, it's time to turn this thing on. The last 3 months have been spent on security issues. They've been spent on, you know, various programming that we've been trying to, you know, bring to market. Then it changed. For example, we had so much programming hours into our aggregated daily deals, and they just started falling off left and right. Companies stopped aggregating their deals to us. They stopped. And so, you know, we would get one to the point, we'd make it live, we'd see 4 or 5 stream in, and then it was like a week later that company would, their API would break, or they would not be interested in aggregating, or what have you. It was just the market that we got into for the daily deals that we spent a lot of our time in was the worst timing ever for being an aggregator. And by aggregator, that means sorting other people's deals and offering them. So that's where we're at right now. We're revamping the daily deals. We're not aggregating anymore. We're offering all of our own exclusive deals. We're bringing in all of our own vendors. And then on top of that, and I'm not going to give a date because we've backpedaled, and we want to make sure that we have the distribution channel. We want to make sure we have the membership base. We want to make sure that we have everything ready to rock with the database, with our members, before we drop in the merchant account services, which we believe will be our creme de la creme. It's like, you know, this is now the vehicle, and we just gave you the biggest profit center out there, controlling that little piece of the money, that merchant percentage. So Seth's been working on a lot of that. I've had to kind of put the brakes on him because I'm like, we can't launch that right now. We're a launch away. We're the blog network away. We're the daily deals revamp away. We're a vendor platform away from being able to launch our merchant deals. And we have this thing scoped out. I want to apologize to you if you've been in and you've been looking forward to, you know, seeing this happen sooner than it's come together. But I want to tell you, at $10 a month, everything that we have now, everything that we're bringing together, if we were $100 a month, we may have been able to do this faster. But on our programming budget, with everything that we have, with everything that we're doing, this is where we are now. And we're planning on hitting this stride and being huge in 2012. In fact, I think this summer is when we'll truly hit our stride. But over the next 30, 60, 90 days is when we'll see the people joining, is when we'll start to create the momentum, and then the income and the money makers will follow right behind that. So that's my vision for this. I just wanted to get on. Seth, did you have anything that you wanted to add? Any questions that we want to take, or how did you want to?
Yeah, I do. Actually, you know, it's interesting. Matt mentioned a few things that I'd like to kind of get into. He had mentioned that, you know, we had really done to a large extent what the field is. It just feels like one of those situations where we're forcing, if somebody sees a blog network site and they want to sign up for $19.95, it feels like we're really pushing them into 2 programs, whether they want to or not. And that's actually a pretty good point. I mean, because, you know, there might be someone who really wants the blog network services at $20 per month, but doesn't necessarily want to pay an additional $9.95 per month for what TFT has to offer, and that's fine. What I like about what Matt covered today, as you'll notice, he mentioned things like, you know, if you're running an automotive blog, you're going to get freebies that show up in that blog that are aimed and geared towards to automotive type stuff. And the same is going to be true here, back here in our office. You're going to see, I'm going to kind of go through a few of the freebies that Jamie has put up today, who is our freebie queen expert. She's fantastic, does a great job, and I'm going to kind of show you some of that today. But really, we're going to talk about how these would fit in on different types of blogs. Let's take a look at this one here, the free hot cider K-Cups from Green Mountain Coffee. Well, if you're running a coffee blog or something about restaurants in your local area, that would probably show up on your blog. This one here, free Oreos, would probably show up as well for people that are looking for great deals. If you're running a blog about beauty, hairstyling, coloring, that kind of stuff, stuff, you're going to see this this trio of stuff that's valued at $10 that would show up on your blog. And remember, this is stuff that was put up today. In free products and services that went up today. And now some of them are available everywhere. Some are available only in the U.S. Others were available US, Canada, UK, a few places like that. It was just a coupon to print, take it in, valued at $25. That went up today. The free 5-hour energy drink went up today, $3. That would show up on a blog that tend to feature food and drinks. This Harriet Tubman DVD from Nest Learning would probably show up on something involving kids and child care and that sort of thing. $55 value there. The flatbread at Maggiano's, you know, if you were running a blog about your favorite restaurants in your local area, if you happen to live, you know, in Alaska and you're covering your favorite restaurants in Juneau and there's a Maggiano's located there, that would be where something like that would show up. So a lot of the value here of having the ability to be part of both programs is that we're going to be able to give you a lot more content if you're a Blog Network member. Now, if you are someone who just wants to be a Blog Network member and you don't want this stuff, then don't join TFT. And it won't be available to you. It won't stream to your Blog Network site. But that's been a request mainly from you, from the field. And it's for us as owners, it's really crucial for us to listen to what you guys have to say. And there's been a few suggestions that I think have been really important. That was one of them that you know, it doesn't necessarily make sense for everybody to be pushed into membership with both sites if they found Blog Network first. And you know what? We had to take a step back and say, you know what? The field is right. They're right. We have to do this. We have to make these changes. So looked at it and we saw these, you know, this opportunity. Our original thought was, let's take and make everybody a TFT member first so that we can be sure to feed these free products and services into their blogs so that whether or not they ever want to write, we'll be able to give them great content. But the truth was that, you know, there were people that wanted to mix it up and do some different things, and we had to take those suggestions from the field and take that seriously, and we did. So I want you guys to know that a lot of what we've done here with TFT, a lot of these changes that we're talking about today were really because of the suggestions that you made. And I want to kind of reveal some details about the contest that we have going on. We'll give you more detail, and it'll actually be written out very, very soon. But I want to give you an idea what we're going to be doing with the Blog Network for folks that are joining that. We're going to be running a multifaceted contest. And what I like about it is it really gives different people a chance at different stuff. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what prizes are our first prize, and I'm not going to tell you what exactly. I can tell you that the prizes are all valued over a few $100, and they're all pretty exciting deals. And a lot of them, what I'm really excited about is the fact that it actually concentrates on the content of your blog. We're going to be giving away prizes for various things like the most members enrolled into the Blog Network. We're also going to be giving away prizes for the most unique or unusual blog. So something about that, that's great. We encourage that. And for those of you who choose the most unusual topic out there, we encourage you to submit that to us, and we'll show you, we'll give you the rundown on all the rules. Now the whole thing is going to work here in just within the next week here. But if you have something really unusual that you like to write about, we want to hear about it. If you want to talk about insects and bugs or whatever it might happen to be, that's great. That's awesome. A lot of people are really interested in very unusual subjects. We're also going to give away a prize for the blog that receives the most unique views on their site. So the most unique visitors from various IP addresses is going to be someone who receives a prize from us. And you know, I think that's a really cool thing, because let's say you have just a couple of blog posts because you've been a very busy person, you don't have a lot of time to write, but you do write one that catches a lot of attention because you really touched on a subject that's maybe of more recent interest, you know, something like politics or the world as it is right now, or yeah, even something that's maybe coming out recently. If there was a new technological gadget that might be coming out soon, and you write a great article on it, and it gets picked up by one of the big networks out there, and you get 5 million views on your blog site. Well, the great thing for you, number one, is that a lot of that traffic is probably going to convert over into people that become customers in your blog network with you. So you're going to be actually making money with them. And then secondly, too, you're going to have a lot of great people coming in and looking at some of the advertising there. You'll have a chance to make money from as well. And of course, if you're participating in our contest, you're going to receive some great prizes. So There's some really, really great stuff there to be had. And again, I'm going to write out all the details for you guys and get that out in an email so that you have it exactly in front of you, what we're going to be offering and when that contest starts. It does start March 15th, and it will go through April, the end of April. So pretty exciting stuff there, and we'll be giving more details on that. Also, too, we want to tell you we're building some new packages that are going to be included with BlogNetwork that I'm really excited about, and I'm not going to get you the details on the pricing just yet, but I will tell you this. What we are going to do is we're going to give you the opportunity to have more spots in the BlogNetwork, and we're also going to be able to give you the opportunity to meet with some various experts from around the internet who have been very, very successful, some monsters in the industry. I know I mentioned earlier on the call that they are on this call with us, and we'll give you some more detail here in our emails that are going to go out about these folks. I know you've heard us mention the names before. Both Troy Shanks and Jason Dandridge we've talked to today are rock stars and have built huge, huge downlines on the internet and done so almost exclusively online. And the neat thing is these guys not only know what they're doing, but they know how to do it and help others do it. So what's great about it is for those of you who choose to tap into some of these new packages we're going to be offering, we're going to be giving you some great exclusive content from those guys. We're also going to be giving you a really interesting opportunity, and I really like this one. I want to share to tap in to an exclusive content writer. What does that mean for you? It means we're going to take your interests about your blog, and we're going to match you with a content writer who's actually going to go out and write for your blog. And we'll give you the details on how that's going to go down for you. And I'll tell you this, the other thing about this, what I think is really neat, is you might be thinking sky-high pricing, and it is not at all going to be that way. In fact, very, very, very reasonable pricing, and the best part is that you're still going to have, in fact, you're going to have an even better opportunity to make even more money with TFT, with BlogNetwork. I apologize. Oh, I just did that. But by doing this, by joining at some of those price points. So we'll get into the details on that this week. And again, this is, we sent out an email saying, hey, get on tonight. So we kind of don't want to give away everything tonight because we did say we'd do a webinar tonight, and we'd also do one on Thursday with even more detail. So that's part of why, and I don't mean to sound like, oh, I'm going to tell you, but I don't want to tell you because it's a big secret. That's not really the point of this. It's more like I just want to let you know that we have some things in the works that are really, really exciting, and I want you to pay attention and be a part of things. We want you to be included on things. This is our leadership crew. We had well over 120 people on the blog at one point. Now we're 123 right now, actually. So we're doing pretty good. We have great attendance tonight, which tells me you guys are tapped in and you're reading your emails. You're getting on the webinars, getting on the calls, because that email that we sent out earlier today to say to get onto this particular webinar only went out around 1 or 2 o'clock our time this afternoon. So you only had a few hours to prepare and hop on this, which tells me your finger's on the pulse just like it is with us, and that tells me that we've got a really great, really engaged group of people who are ready to go to work, and that excites me because we all are. Everybody here on our corporate team is ready to rock this thing. I know you can hear the excitement in Matt's voice. I know you can hear it in my voice. I know you heard it in Michael's voice as he was introducing us. By the way, thank you for hopping on, Michael, and telling everybody hi there.
Hey, Seth, you can hear my voice, too. I've been here for about 10 minutes, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Hey, there's Russ. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know me, man. I get started on the train. It's hard to get me off the track, buddy. Russ, let me pass it to you real quick. Matt had mentioned you and him were working on some pretty exciting stuff as well, and some potential databases and some big amounts of leads and good stuff like that. Maybe, Matt, I can have you kind of segue that a little bit and kick Russ in for a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Hey, it's funny because I was gonna give Russ a lot of crap for missing a webinar because he never ever misses a webinar when he says he's gonna be on a webinar. But he made it. So hey, no, Russ and I have been working a lot on. Man, it's time to fire the cannons. I mean, we've been, programming, we've been, coddling this thing, we've been making sure that we have this and that, and I mean, I'll just be quite honest with you, we kind of diverted into a lot of different spider webs, and like I said at the start of this call or webinar, I was like, when a new member said that to me, like, I have no idea where to go, what to do, what are you guys offering here, there, and it just kind of hit me square right between the eyes, and I'm like, man, all of our members who are on the line now, you guys know what's up. You guys have been here. You have seen the progression of everything that we've come out with. But for new people and for just value-driven sake, we needed to simplify this. We needed to get back to the point where it's like, here's all the value, get it, share it, explode it, make money, let's go, let's do this. So Russ and I have been talking a lot about that, and we're just getting ready to turn on a lot of tools. So you know, I'll let you come in and just let people know what we've been talking a little bit about, Russ.
Cool. Well, the main thing is getting some crazy momentum
If he's
going.
still there.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Dropped off.
I can hear you.
You mute yourself.
I can hear
No,
you.
you
Right?
can,
You guys can hear me, right?
I can hear
If
us
you
as
can't-
well.
Hello.
Oh, Dr. Michael said he can hear me.
Yeah, I can.
I guess Matt can't hear me.
I think
And,
everybody else can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Well, hopefully everybody can hear me just fine. And yeah, the main thing we wanted to do was get some really awesome momentum going again. And so one thing I think that slowed stuff down is the timestamp. And me and Matt have been talking about the whole timestamp thing. And yeah, I know everybody wants a chance to get their people in underneath of them, you know, not just, you know, whoever gets the timing of jumping in first. Well, we've given it plenty of time. And so probably in about 48 hours, the whole timestamp deal is over. And in those after those 48 hours, we're about to start hammering some huge databases that we've acquired. And I'm talking like 20 million members that we've acquired these databases. And so we're about to sponsor into the program thousands and thousands of new people. And the whole time date stamp thing, you got 48 hours to get all your people signed in. We're about to create the momentum. They can come in after they see the momentum kicked in, and they're going to lose. And so all of the thing of, well, I'll just sit back and wait, and let's see how many people they sign up in BlogNetwork, and then if I'm getting some free money, then I'll go ahead and pay and jump above a bunch of people. Well, we gave everybody the chance, 48 hours, that is done. So now we're about to get into getting some real movement going and getting this thing going fast. So you're going to see a lot of people signing up quickly, and then a lot of people getting scared that they're going to lose out, and then they're going to be signing up. So it's time to get this thing as a brand new company, getting this thing going. We need 10, 20, 30,000 people signed up. That's my goal to happen very, very quickly. So we're going to start doing daily webinars again, conference calls, whole 9 yards. We're going to kick this thing off the same as we kicked it off when we first started that free thing. So the main thing is getting brand new momentum going. So hope that makes sense to everybody, but we're ready to start having some fun with this and help people make a lot of checks really, really quickly. And Matt, can you hear me? You there?
Yeah, am I back? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, not sure what happened there, or even when you lost me, but I was definitely talking for another 5 minutes. So, but no,
That's funny.
I think one of the things you guys have to realize, which you should be, you know, pretty excited about, is you guys just gobbled up all the good names. You know, we pretty much gave you the opportunity to, you know, over the last, what's it been now, almost 30 days, I would say, by the time we launch it, to really grab the good domains, lock in the good timestamps, and now it's time to mass market. So, you know, we're happy. We got done what we wanted to get done, and that was to make sure that our leaders in TFT were taken care of, our members, you know, could come back who may have, you know, dropped off, and they could resume where they were. So, you know, we've accomplished that, and we feel like, you know, rather than to continue that, all of the people who wanted to take action took action, and if they didn't, they'll take action in the next 48 hours, and then it's time to launch. It's time to create that momentum. It's time to get back to you know, the marketing, as we keep saying. So I'm just excited. I mean, I think, this name is so perfect. Blog Network. I mean, this is going to be one for the ages. It's a perfect domain to set up a blog network. Is relaunching our daily deals through it. I mean, the revenue here could be absolutely massive for people who are creating massive content, utilizing the plugins and tools that we'll have for you. And this thing is true residual income. This is something where someone's searching for cars and they find a cool article that you wrote, and then, oh, I'm going to get this free muffler, and oh, I have to sign up as a free member to get a free muffler, or, oh, cool, I'll click on this. Oh, bank account. Oh, I got to start. I mean, and what did you do? You set it up once on our network, and you let our tools go to work on the content you created. And that is true residual income, where all you have to do is plug in content. So I'm just excited. I'm really excited to get back to the daily webinars. I'm excited to begin marketing again, and I'm excited. I'm excited that we have Russ that is so jacked and motivated about this that we kind of get each other going. And talking to him the last week is just like, man, what do we do? We got to get this going. It's like, we got to get on a webinar. We got to start. We got to do this. Go, 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 go. So we're back in go, 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 go mode, and just couldn't be more excited. Did you guys hear me all right? Did I cut out or anything?
No, perfect, man. Perfect.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So that's about it. I mean, I think you guys got the gist. I think you know the plan. We'll send out an email to fill in some of the gaps and some of the details. But we're getting ready to rock.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I haven't even looked. Let me see if we have any questions here. Of course, we got some questions. Let me see here. Here we want to take some questions real quick. So let me see here. Hang on, give me a second, everybody. I'm trying to get these things. I got to make this thing bigger so I can actually see the questions. They don't give us a lot of room. All right, let's see here.
Actually, we have quite a lot. I did answer some of them in writing already, but if you want to run through.
Yeah, I can. Let's see here. Are you going to promote this to the freeloaders out there? Yes, Bob. I've been promoting it to the freeloaders, and we're actually going to be promoting it a whole lot more. Did you guys move the email?
Yeah, that's what things I was talking about earlier. It just wasn't being utilized. I mean, it was one of those things that some stuff with, and we cut out a lot of features that we just felt weren't being utilized. So that was one of them, the internal email system. We scrapped it.
All right, and then since I paid for my blog, will I be charged for the second month? No, you're not going to be charged for a second month yet. We will let you know when we're going to be starting that, but you're not going to get charged until after you already have your blog, that's for sure. So, yeah, don't worry about that. And I'm sharing it. And hello, Judah. Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Everybody's saying, don't forget to record. Don't forget to record. Lewis is saying is getting the TFT, people don't get them. Click onto which automatically thing, you'll actually get all the updates. That's another way to make sure you get them. And if I don't know what you use, but Gmail works good for me. You can always set up a Gmail account also, and hopefully they'll go to your Gmail account. You can always switch it to that, but Gmail works perfect for me. Suzanne, yes, we can't see our blog network spot yet, so if the person has a receipt, this person has his blog. That is correct. Let's see, I recorded this on a paid member a few weeks ago. Welcome to us. Yes, this is good in the UK too. and what their decision.
I agree. I will say this: at like 99% of the feedback I've gotten is go, 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 and the reason why, in fact, what I've heard. This is interesting. That I find it interesting that people have been waiting. I think it's more of a mental thing than anything else. They've been saying, "Look, I don't want other people to grab their timestamp and jump, my other people that are further down in my downline that I want to benefit. So I haven't promoted to my entire downline because I had 4 freeloaders who came in first, but then my first member who went and killed it was my 5th person, so to speak. The first 4 were freeloaders, the 5th one was an actual member." And what they've been doing is they've been sitting on the fence waiting to promote it to their groups until that timestamp gets locked because their real members went and locked in the way they should have early on. Oh, they're going, in TFT, that's silly. It makes sense. I get it. Over and over. I've probably heard it, I would say, from at least 25 members. And I've heard one member say they would like to extend the timestamp, and everyone else has said they would like it the other way around. So that's a big part of the reason, again, trying to listen to the field and just be open and open-minded to some of those suggestions. That's the biggest reason we decided to go that direction.
Right. And Gene, I can understand, somebody might feel that way. But here's the other thing I want everybody to understand. In network marketing, and this is just reality, one of the biggest tools we can ever use, somebody can sit back and wait and wait and wait. Be about signing up. We don't care. We'll work our butts off to bring in 10,000 people, and then you head with your timestamp. And there is no loss there. There's reason for someone to take action immediately. And with what I'm about to do, and a couple other people are about to do, with bringing in tons and tons and tons of people, we're going to create some fear of loss. People are going to move or lose, one or the other. And so that's the whole point of it. And by not doing it, we're just, wasting our time because there's a lot of people that won't sign up. Like I've talked to some true leaders in network marketing that won't sign up for BlogNetwork, and they're not in that free thing. They won't sign up for it, but they want to because they're like, I'm not going to sign up just to help you get some of your other people upgraded to go above me. I'm not doing that. And I'm like, oh, that's fair. Where if that was not going on anymore, and from this point forward, there is rocking. That helps everybody. When people join via so they'll go in my downline. I'm at the company, so they'll be just falling down the next open spot, but I can't promise anyone to go. I don't know where they'll fall. It'll be the next open spot. But yeah, don't wait. I can tell you that much. Rick wants to know, can they add their own plugins as well to the BlogNetwork?
Yeah, absolutely. You can add your own plugins, your own themes. This is your blog. It's just on our domain, and by our, I mean all of our domain, to help everyone's blog be stronger. So absolutely, it's yours to do as you please. Just nothing illegal, nothing crazy, and you can do anything. You want to plug in your own shopping cart, if you want to sell stuff right off the blog. I mean, it's your guys' to use however you want.
Cool. Rick says he's bought a bunch of great ones. Cool. And you're welcome, Susie. Clear. So when we relaunch the daily deals, make sure the locations are clear. That's one of the things we're definitely going to be doing. May 1st, Rick. I don't know, like which thing. Suzanne, can we still sign up vendors? I don't know about at this moment if you can do that. Matt, are we just continuing that for the moment, or no?
No, you can still sign up vendors.
Okay.
They're going into a queue, and we'll be approving the vendors as they sign up. In fact, that's one of the things that we're on is acquiring new vendors to relaunch the daily deal. So you'll be getting a lot more information about that.
Awesome. Michael, how do we make money with the blog network? Well, Michael, there's actually a lot of different ways to make money with the blog network. One is by building a downline of people that want blogs, that are buying blogs, that want to promote their blogs for whatever content they're issuing. Plus, on top of that, when we relaunch these daily deals, you're going to be able to send daily deals through your blog site, and people that are finding your blog can buy daily deals through your site. That's another way. Also, if you're selling whatever it is, whether it's, you make something, there's a lot of people that sell things, their own website, there's just tons of different stuff being sold out there on the internet. And if you promote a product or a service neat thing that you make or whatever it is, you can sell that through your blog. Troy, as an example, has a lot of different products that he sells all over the internet, and a lot of it's done through blogs. Jason Dandridge has a lot of different things he sells through the internet, and Jason was even telling me, he goes, man, I've had blogs since 2008, and I make money from them every single month, month after month after month, for the past 3-4 years. Set them up one time, got them rolling, got different products, talks about the products. They get out there through his blog, makes money on from sales. And we're going to teach people how to do that. So you're literally going to be able to sell anything you want to sell through your blog, and there's going to be an advertisement on your site to get people to sign up in the blog network as well. Peter Borgnine, I'm going to tell you right now, you on the internet looking for great domain names to buy up about the blog network, and Peter Borgnine owns them all. All right, Peter's question is, can the daily deal site look less boyish, blue-green, and more neutral or even girlish since more females buy daily deals? That sounds really smart, actually, Peter. We can definitely discuss that. And yeah, Peter Borgnine, you're awesome, and I'm jealous of you because you bought up all the good domains. Greg, how soon will we have the blog network replicated member marketing sites? Matt?
Replicated member marketing sites. Initially we weren't going to do those, but now that's out the window. We're going to be, we're go, go, go. So as soon as the blog network launches on March 15th, I will commit additionally to launching the a replicated website. For now, we have a it's blogprelaunch.com/your username. But it'll be similar, but it'll be actually a nicer template and more specific to the blog network. So March 15th, you can build, but also a replicated version that will sell specifically just the blog network.
And also, the reason why we originally didn't choose to go with a replicated site format is that because this is one of the very few network marketing opportunities where your site is your replicated site. So, in other words, your blog site kind of sells itself because, we're going to do things like banners at the top that say things like, ask me how I make money just writing about my favorite subjects, or how in the world do I make money just writing on a blog, click here to find out, or ask me how I get free vacation certificates every single month just by writing on my blog, blah, blah, blah. So that was the original thinking behind it was people would go and look for the content that they were interested in, and they would naturally be drawn to you and your blog and your team, and they still will. That's still going to be there, but because we're also kind of taking the advice of the field and listening to an opportunity for you guys, which best part about it is we give you kind of the on it.
Cool. All right, Helen. I made a mistake when I sent an email through Contact Us and would like to know if I can stop the process spoken of in that email concerning a name change for my blog. Helen, just send another one in, and hopefully they can catch that. And also you can call into the office tomorrow if you want, and one of the guys can look that up and stop the process. So yeah, it's not a problem. Let's see here. Gene, some of us who had our card numbers stolen thanks to the breach are still waiting for new cards. We cannot use them today for TFT or blog. They arrive. Hopefully you should have it in the next day or two. They issued me a card right on the temporary. Permanent one came in them. You might be able to do that with your bank as well. Luke, does that mean co-ops start after the timestamps cutoff to 13 million leads? Well, we're not talking about a co-op there, Luke. I'm just talking about marketing. There's a few of us that are going to be starting some heavy-duty marketing. So not actually a co-op, but regardless, yeah, I'm starting that right after the timestamp thing starts. So people with their timestamps, we're going to let everybody know they got 48 hours for their timestamps to continue to count. And after that, all based on when somebody signs up. There is no jumping ahead or anything like that. That's about to end. So okay. Members to build a business. Make your money from online. Whether we're public or we're not public, that means nothing. You make money from building a downline, having people that are purchasing blogs, using their blogs, selling daily deals, and we relaunched that. People also upgrading to that free thing, and then people that are in that free thing upgrading to BlogNetwork. Even though we're together, we're separate, but there's so much money to be made all over the place with that, regardless of us going public. Now, will we have it with incentives where you could win or earn stock? Sure we would if we went public. If. So, again, we're a network marketing company. Public or not public, all about building a network. Deliver vendors, absolutely. They sell a daily deal to any of our blogs. From they will pick which types of freebies, like individual ones, categories, or how's that going to work?
Categories. Also, we have a few different. You know, we'll call them all categories, but some of the categories might be like hot deals, or it might be like you know, all of something for today, or you know, something where it's not just, you know, cars or food and drink or whatever. We'll have all those. They'll be as plugins. So basically, when you go, you'll see a list of all your plugins, and depending on the theme that you choose, you can either display it on the left side, the right side. I mean, we're going to make this so easy for you. Whatever we Shanks guys have scoured you know, the internet for the last living doing this. And when you're putting this, I mean that's pretty much what this is. It's like we're gonna build this with all the experience that we have in creating successful call it just cash flow, whether you're, opting in, selling leads, advertising and earning off pay-per-click, or people are buying daily deals, or whatever it is. There'll be so many additional add-ons that you don't have to think about. It's just like you scroll through a list and you're saying, I'd like to stream in free products on cars here. I'd like to grab this banner. This looks like a really good, click and we couldn't do this a WordPress form that we can that we use. This kind of looks cool. This thing makes you money. This thing will allow your blogs to be seen by search engines. I mean, this is search engine food right here. Use this, and it'll just be super easy. And you'll take a lot of the stuff that you're seeing and using to other aspects of your business. I mean, you'll learn a lot, if anything. I mean, I guarantee you, with all the plugins that we provide, if you have other WordPress blogs, you'll be copying them over, because we're setting this up for you to make you some extra dough.
Cool. Is it a good idea to get and the whole point of the more and start getting people in, before the cutoff? Absolutely.
Yeah, and let me explain that, because I see some chatter here in our Skype room. The way that it works is, so all of you that are in with your main spot, if you're in now, you're on your timestamp. So whenever you upgrade it into that free thing, you'll be placed into this blog. If you bought a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, whatever it is, these are individual $19.95 a month standalone blogs. I showed you the back end a little bit. Each one, you'll have your own back end, your own blogs, pages, plugins. I mean, it'll be completely different. It's almost like a completely different business. And so those will also create additional all as your main sponsor. So so if you signed up, last year, now all these other people sign up or connected to you, you won't be able to build under them, have their own ID numbers that you can recruit with. You can only have basically one position that you can build out. But these other spots will fall in the matrix and create residual income through the matrix for everybody.
Awesome. All right. Let me see here. Lori, I just upgraded for my blog. When and how do I choose my site name? Lori, if you upgraded your blog, you have to choose the name when you sign up. You can't just sign up without having a name. So, yeah, I don't know how you would have done that without putting a name in. You had to put a name in. If you used your original username for that free thing, then that's the name you just chose. So if you didn't want that name, then you might have to email in, but I think you probably just chose that. Be able to see the matrix for the blog after the 48 hours passes. I believe that's going to be the 15th.
Yeah, until the 15th.
Tomorrow morning, that they have 48 hours. And then next day tell them that they have less than 24 hours. Yes, absolutely. Suzanne says, yes, I like the TFT strategy. This is excellent planning. Thank you, Suzanne. AJ, my freeloaders are saying they are not interested in upgrading because the free stuff on their sites is old and very limited, so they don't believe the hype about upgrading. Seth? Did we lose Seth?
Coming off mute. There I am. There I am. Sorry about that. Yeah. What happened there? It's a little bit of a programming issue. We mainly had what's going on there is we about every single day we add things that are brand new to that queue, and what we've found recently here is that a lot of the things we've been adding over the last couple of months were actually just not showing up there. So we recently discovered that little issue, and it should be plugged as of today, but. We'll need to check that and logging in as a freeloader on our side to make sure that they're actually showing up. That mysteriously we can say, oh, I don't know what they're talking about. No, it was really happening. We do put freeloader items in there, both for we do it for worldwide stuff, for Canada stuff, and for UK stuff, and for the US, of course, as well. So for some countries, you're going to have a lot more products than just 5 or 7 a week, I should say. You're actually going to have more like, because anything that's worldwide is also going to show up on the US side. Anything that's US is going to show up on the US side, etc. For some places, people that are outside the US, UK, Canada, where we kind of have our primary free products and services, it's going to be just stuff that's worldwide. But you should see a change in here as of right now. Actually, we'll continue to monitor that and log on our side to make sure, but it should be all set.
Cool. Laura, must they join TFT to access the freebies?
Allow of them to see, try and click on more and get like oh, you got to be a free member, oh, you got to be an upgraded member, or there'll be special categories that you can choose from. So it'll be like, I want to tease people here. I want people who see these and click on them and sign up under me, or I actually want people to receive these. So it'd be like, you pick the plugin and it's like, what type of plugin is it? Is it the real thing or is it not the real thing? We'll have a ton of different, I hate to call them gotchas, but it's kind of like, hey, come get this for free, and you click on it and it's like, oh, gotcha, sign up here first. So we'll have a ton of those if those work really well, especially if the offers are good. We'll have freebies that people can actually click on and go through and do. Obviously, all of our daily deals, and that's the reason we're revamping the platform. Daily / your username, kind of like an gotcha. And the only way you can buy a daily with this blog, with everything that we're doing, it's now our coming out party. It's like, no longer do you have to be logged in or be a member or be whatever. We just want to make you money, because now it's all tied into you. It's got to tie back to somebody. And with your blog and with everything we're doing, you'll never be able to buy it off blognetwork.com or thatfreething.com. It'll always have to be / somebody's webpage. But no longer are we going to mainly use it to get leads and generate that free thing members. We actually want people to buy the stuff. We actually want you to make the money on that. And so that's a big kind of shift in the way that we're this, rather than the way it is now. The goal is, let's see how many people we can freebie or daily deals from there. So revamping a lot, but you'll know. You'll go back there and you'll be like, what type of plugin do I want to offer my visitor in this section of my blog?
A recent security breach. My TFT account was compromised and my credit card number was taken. I had my card canceled. I have yet to update my account with a new credit card. What can you tell me or us that will address the concern of entering a new credit card number? I do not wish to go through this again.
We are now 100% PCI compliant. We moved everything off of the no longer have to worry about any of your sensitive data. An existing Fort Knox and an existing thing that we created. Server anymore that are back end, which we're now, basically leasing the space from them rather than keeping it. You're good. You feel safe. The through their server be stored anywhere
Per day for the next 2 days. Bruce, I wouldn't mind 10 times a day personally. Future multi-packages. Example, I have 2 blogs. If you have a 5-blog package, do I purchase 3 more or do I have to buy 5 new blogs? 3 more. You don't have to, start over. So yeah, if you have 1 now, you get 4 more. You'd be a part of that 5 package. If you have 2 now, you get 3 more. Absolutely. Greg, will we have a blog network replicated member marketing site on March 15th? Matt, I think you said not yet. Yes, we will have it. Okay, so we'll have it on the 15th. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Rick, I would sure help if you started posting. It would sure help if you started posting these webinars to the website again. Somebody recording this, by the way? I'm hoping Seth is.
Yes, I'm recording.
Mike to kill it for me. Thank you, buddy.
I guess I just where will someone go to sign? They don't want to TFT. The 15th, we will have a site for them. I don't think there's a way at this exact moment for them to sign up with BlogNetwork if they're not already in TFT. But yeah, we're working
Not yet,
that out.
but on March 15th, they will rest. So on March 15th,
exactly.
The second BlogNetwork goes live. When people find your blog and they click on the banner from there, that will be the way to do it. So they'll be able to do that from that access point. And we'll have more access points soon.
Right. And then Susie said, so Susie, talk about the massive marketing and the placement, please. Well, here's the thing, Susie. I'm a marketer, and I'm going to be doing a lot of marketing. And there's a lot of other people that are going to be doing a lot of marketing. And the placement, people sponsor, fall an empty spot underneath of me. A lot of people, their people will fall underneath of them. So you can jump on board and start doing a lot of mass marketing. There's lots of different ways. Frank sponsors, and Frank sponsors tons program, and also buying lots of sites. I mean, he owns probably 60 or 70 domains for that free thing. He owns, 60, 70 domains in any program that he joins, and does marketing, for all of those sites. So we're going to do a lot of different teaching on how to help everybody do a lot of marketing if that's what you want to do. But as far as, placement of people, whoever sponsors them, that's who they fall underneath of. So when I do my marketing, they're going to fall underneath of me in the next open spot. So it's pretty simple. Leroy, I haven't signed up for BlogNetwork because I have no idea what the heck that entails. Where do I learn about this? Actually, in your back office, Leroy, there we go, I got it.
Actually, yeah, the video that Russ is bringing up.
Right here. We have a video on there and a write-up about what's the big deal about the blog network and having blogs, question and answers, and all sorts of stuff. So that's the best thing you could do is read all about it. But just so you know, Leroy, we pulled up on Google here on a webinar a couple weeks ago and looked up free stuff and free things and stuff like that. And it brings up, about 1 billion, 1.2 billion websites, that have to do with free stuff. Then we clicked on Google again and searched the word blogs. And it brought up about 3.6 billion search results. So blogs are 3 times more popular. This is that it seems like everybody's in the blogs, and we're setting up a whole platform to help every single person make money. Selling daily deals. I mean, we have so many different ways to make money. I mean, we could talk about this for hours and hours, how people make money through blogs, but there's just so many ways. And we have guys in the company that are blog experts and have been making money with blogs for years that are going to start doing a lot of trainings to help everybody make money. So that's what the big deal is about blogs, Leroy. Yes, Bruce, we will be emailing everybody. Don, you hardly recognize my voice. Oh, it's because I'm not on my headphone and mic. It's not working. I'm on my cell phone, actually. I dialed in. That's why I sound different. Gloria said, some people still are not getting the emails and have been in for a year. And Gloria, I get all the emails, and most people I know get all the emails. I don't know why somebody would not be getting emails. It makes no sense to me. I mean, we even have it if you go to your home. We used to have it where if you're not getting emails, we have a place for you to click to go through a little process. I don't see it there anymore. Matt, is that still up here at all?
The link's out there. Let me see if I can find the page.
Okay. And we'll put that link back up, but if people follow that process, you should be able to get our emails. I mean, some people that have Yahoo or AOL, for some reason, they don't like us. I don't know why. Gmail works great, though. So, I mean, you can always open up a Gmail address if you don't have one, and that could help. That's all I can think of. Matrix will run in 48 hours after timestamps end. No, Carol, we're not loading the Matrix yet. That'll be the 15th. We're just saying that the whole timestamp thing and people being able to wait and upgrade and still get their time and jump above every but the Matrix, we won't have that up until the 15th. Thomas, hey Thomas, how you doing? Free information's email, non-letter. us log in via back office. There. When will we be able to sign up folks for just the blog network? Is that the 15th, Matt, or before
15th.
that? 15th. Cool. Lori, regarding my site name, I just realized it defaulted to filling it in with my TFT username, but I didn't realize I should have changed it. How can I fix this? Can support change it for me? Yes, they can, because my password is immediately below it.
The best thing to do it on something like that is to call in or email like your top 5, because if you email one, it'll be like, that one's taken, and I mean, it could go back and forth. So I'd recommend calling in or emailing like your top 5. Or if you want to check it, if you want to go back and click join, you can check if usernames are available by putting it in there. So if it's available and you know it's available, we can change it for you.
Well, if somebody's not in TFT, then you TF4, and I don't know how we're doing that right now. Do we still have it where people can come in, like brand new people can sign up if they sign up for Blog Network for $1?
It's not brand new people. It's but folks that were in before the 31st of last year, of December of last year, can still come in and upgrade for $1. And I'll tell you, there is still a lot of reason to do that. Actually, you know, Matt covered a little bit of this earlier, but a lot of the stuff we're going to be doing for Blog Network is not going to be available unless you're a member of both. So, in other words, feeding content over from our free products and services and filling that blog network for you with the daily deals, with the content-specific freebies that are, you know, if your blog is about you know, as Matt mentioned, automotive repair, or if it happened to be about restaurants, or, you know, family, or whatever it might happen. And the freebies that show up that are specific and relevant to your content aren't going to show up there. And remember, too, when people click on those freebies, they're going to be pushed to become a member with both networks instead of just. I think it's kind of a neat thing the way we're doing it, instead of forcing people into 2 programs that, you know, and again, at $30 a month, still to be part of both programs, but we're not going to push that down their throat. Instead, we feel like, you know, you draw more flies to honey than vinegar. We're going to be offering them something that they can be a part of, and if they like it, they should jump in. And I would recommend it too, just from the perspective of, gosh, you know, for $9.95 a month, the amount of freebies that you're getting, you know, as we covered already today, there were over closer to $130 in free products and services that went up today. If you're not getting that every single day, then you're not doing it right, because there's a lot up there. So, you know, I recommend being part of both, but we're certainly not going to force it.
Cool. And Mike said he just signed up for a blog. Awesome, Mike. Thomas, with those of us with multiple blogs, where will new members be placed? Under original spot? Well, Thomas, your first blog is really your is if you're by the next open spot up one, so they'll follow that first one. Also, I'm assuming that the non-members will still fall in the matrix. Non-members. I don't know what you mean by non-members, Thomas. Let's see here. Jerry said, go, go, go. Jay, I have a username for the blog network, and I would like to change. Is it possible, or would I have to purchase another position? You can change it. We just talked about that. You wrote that before we just talked about it. So, yeah, just call in. You can do that. We can activate a free member timestamp by taking it over for another family member. Yes, you can, Doug. Absolutely. Let's see. If they left, I'm not answering. They left. They left. I totally agree with what you're saying. Right on, Bob. Thank you.
I agree with my credit card number was stolen. I can and activated. It will not be here before Thursday, and I'm not putting in another valued card after. Gene, then you can always go to any store, like a Walmart, and get a prepaid card. You could also go to your bank, the one you're waiting on it being mailed from, and get a temporary. So that's two. Started is just to go to Walmart and get a prepaid card. And you only need it for $19.95. That's all you need it for. Helen, if I have a second blog, do I have to purchase TFT in order to get that revenue from the matrix? A second blog is still attached to your original spot. So you can be in TFT one time and have 10 blogs if you want, 20 blogs if you want. There's no limit to how many blogs you can have. You only need to have one spot in TFT. I only have one spot in TFT. That's it. I have 7 blogs. Dr. Michael has one spot in TFT. He has multiple blogs. So, yeah, you don't have to have a second spot in TFT to get a second blog at all. Tia, kept how timestamp will work, missed it. Timestamps. They can actually jump above some of the people that already have paid for their blogs. After 48 hours from now, that ends. From that point forward, it's all based on when people are joining. Their original date and timestamp that they signed up in TFT no longer matters. So that's ending. There is no more sitting back waiting on everybody else to do all the work. They can either come in and jump on board, or they can come in at the bottom later. Totally up to them. Jackie, if someone is a member of both TFT and BlogNetwork but wants to only be part of BlogNetwork, can they cancel their TFT membership and just be part of BlogNetwork? I would think vendors yeah, work each time, yes.
A link for you. I didn't realize that that was not up there. Normally what happens is if you're not subscribed, in fact, what happens, bottom left menu. Scroll up until the...
on the menu. Oh, gotcha, on the menu.
Yeah, the menu. What happens is there'll be a link there that says, you know, you're not subscribed to our emails, click here. But if for some reason you're not seeing that, you're not getting our emails, there's a new link right there.
Subscribe to TFT emails. Awesome.
Yeah, if you click on that, it's a one-button click after that, and then it'll send you a confirmation email. If you, for whatever unfortunately, my account section, after you change your email, if you hit subscribe to the email,
the 40 from the relaunch date and time. John, the 48 hours until the time date stamps don't matter anymore is going to be like 6 or 7 p.m. Thursday night. So 2 days from now. I have a vendor with a web page. Can they join TFT vendors? Yes, they can, Noah. Helen, can the daily deals and that free thing be sorted by zip codes to make it easier to search? Daily deals, yes, we'll be able to do that when we relaunch that, Helen. Free things, not really. That's not really possible. Most stuff your new TFT email system. As far as where to go, will it come back? I don't know exactly what you're talking about. If you're talking about in the invite tool, it might have sent out email, but you should still have a copy of your database. It's your database. I don't know what you mean by will it come back. Kind of threw me off there. Any way to show how many people from each state that is involved with TFT? It would be helpful to know. Mary, that's really tough as far as each state. We have people from 140-something. And as far as knowing how many people are in each state, doesn't really help any. And it could actually hurt you where we have a low membership that can make you better than if your state only has, I'm just saying, 1,000 people. Oh, we have 1,000 people you can send out to. Doesn't sound good. 600,000 sounds a whole lot better. So you might think it might be helpful. You might be curious about it, but to be honest with you, it could end up not helping you, to be honest with you. Dale, here's an idea that many online businesses use to get you to upgrade. If people only join the blog network and not TFT, why not stream freebies and daily deals on their blogs and pay their sponsors and upline commissions? Don't think that would give them there. And if they're not in TFT and daily deals are sold to site, well, number one, they have, they're not in TFT, but when they see people making money through their blogs, then they're probably going to want to be in TFT money the exact same way. So we'll definitely promote how much money people are making selling daily deals through their blogs to get other people to do the same thing. But yeah, we have a lot of different ways that we'll get people to make sure that they're a part of both. But yeah, that's a good idea. I get what you're saying there. Charles, is May 1st a firm date for new daily deals launch? Yes, Charles, it is. You are welcome, Helen. Peter said, right, thanks for the compliment of the Peter, you're awesome. I'll get into public. They will not allow affiliates like us to bother people. Yeah, we would. Yeah, again, that's a huge if. Hope tomorrow's support tomorrow will have people answering the phone to help with issues which need to be done manually. I submitted a support ticket and received an email that I requested to close my account. That is not what was submitted in the support ticket. I've since then called, emailed, and submitted another ticket without any response. I do not want my account closed. How can I get this handled? Asia. Hey, Seth, you're going to be in the office tomorrow. Just remember the name Asia and tell Zach to take care of Asia tomorrow. So Seth will tell Zach tomorrow, find Asia, take care of Asia. She does not want her account canceled. She got her support ticket misconfused. Jim, when was this launched? Jim, one thing at a time, we're going to who wants to do a major undertaking. There's stuff going on with that, but right now, and then I do it, you know. Not, and that's really not important. Just remember, in network marketing, you're always at the top of your own tree. And just think about it this way. If you were to join BlogNetwork at the very top, nobody was in. So nobody knew about BlogNetwork. You'd have to get on the phone and start calling people and get them to sign up. So I'm at the top of BlogNetwork. I'm at the top of that free thing. And the way we started this was
I called some people I knew, and they called some people they knew, and they called some people they knew, and we got this. And so on and so on and so on. It means nothing. I was in a company 12 years ago, the 17th level from the top, and that was a unilevel. It wasn't a matrix. I was 17 generations from the top guy on a monthly basis than like the 10 guys above me. So where you land means absolutely nothing. It's all based on how hard you work this. So, you know, forget, seriously, if you are wanting to be a big networker and make a lot of money doing this, forget where you land. You're landed at the top. You're at the top. Now build this and show everybody that you're a leader and you can dominate this thing and fill in your matrix. Because where you land means nothing. I'm telling you, it means absolutely nothing. Frank Hammer, just to give you an example, up in the company gets 0 spillover. It wouldn't have mattered if he was on the 100th level of the company or the level of the company. It meant nothing. He got that's not money is bringing out. You bring in people, they bring in people, they bring in people. So I hope everybody's understanding that, not just you. Hope everybody's understanding. It means nothing where you land. Nothing. I mean, if I was at the top of this and I had no personally sponsored people, guess what? We'd have no people in this company. It'd be the best kept secret in the world. So go out there, crank this thing. I'm telling you, where you land means absolutely nothing. Suzanne, that's what I'm trying to ask, whether the additional blogs will still be within the timestamp. Well, number one, Suzanne, additional blogs are not placed by any stamp. Second and third, fourth and fifth blogs that you have, they were signed up. And getting one. So if you have 2 and 20, and afterwards, Simon date stamp, we'll do it the second one's on. Data, in reference to my other question about streaming ads on the Blog Network members' blogs, maybe you could even pay the Blog Network members that are not in TFT a lower commission, so they would at least want to have the ads on their Blog Network site. Then if they upgrade and join TFT, their commission then increased by the like what you're doing. Cool, Dale. Well, thank you. And I hate taking commissions away from people. I think it's kind of like the whole customer program, Dale, to be honest with you. People can sign up. So, you know, network, it'll probably be 10 of them. So that's not an issue at all. We take something away from them. It's going to be very rare that somebody joins Blog Network and not TFT. A lot of people will promote the Blog Network because it's an easy sale, but once they find out that TFT is attached to it, they'll upgrade into it. So yeah, we're not worried about that at all. Will we have an autoresponder? Well, people can sign up as free members for the blog, be pre-enrollee. So yes, we will have autoresponders attached to that. Let's change often on the vacation. There'll be changes, but you got to the couple places that are mentioned on them. There's lots of different. Yeah, those 3 months anyways, regardless.
Start the call. I'm always complain about concern. What are you talking about, Robert? What are you talking about? Might take a half an hour to get to it because we got so many, but I'm covering every question. I have a WordPress blog now. Can I put that blog on BlogNetwork? Yes, Clyde. Lori, will it be possible for us to post our blog posts on Facebook? Yes. I think to get a freebie, someone has to join TFT. Otherwise, what's the point of TFT? Actually, Dale, the free members have access to like 5, 6, 7 free things every week, not the 13 or 1400 things that paid members have access to. That's just to give a little taste. You can't have anyone told me. No. And what TFT is doing is like when people go to Google, but
run out
they
of
will
battery.
get paid. Do what now?
Hey, Michael, are you there?
This is Russ. I'm here.
Yes. You hear me?
You there, Matt? I guess Matt's phone's messing up again.
You just say that it was running out of battery.
Yeah. What TFT is doing is like when people go to Google, but they will get paid because they do not need to become a member. Am I correct? Not exactly, Suzanne. Google is more of a search engine. Blogs are a little different, but you can find blogs, and blogs will help you be noticed on Google. Absolutely, and you can get paid for it. Okay, that's weird. Last. I simply do not. People do not want to join TFT and make more. I really scratch my head. So do I, Suzanne. Don, Russ, I was teasing about not recognizing your voice because we not heard you on the webinar so long. Miss you. Thanks, Don. I'm back. Al, check the spam settings. Some ISP delete. Consider spam. True. Leroy, okay, guys, I jumped the gun and said what I did about you not addressing my question. Sorry. Just took so long to do my question. Right on. Thomas, yes, calling in there, but yes, Susan, busy. Hey, Matt, you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right, so we've had a couple questions here. I'll let you address questions at once. So do you want to go over the video?
That is, we've moved to to keep up the support with. It's a phenomenal service at a situation where we had a contract with the company, and we're deciding if we want to renew at the terms, and we basically have until the end of this month to decide. We've been kicking it around. We haven't made a full decision on it yet. I don't know if it's still up, I believe. But we are.
People are saying it's not working.
It's not working?
Let me go try it. It
should be up to the end of the month. But basically, we're trying to decide if it's something we're going to continue with. We were looking at the stats. We were looking at people using it. We were looking at the conversion rates from it. You know, it's a great to sell. It's not a great service. So we're going to chat with these guys at the end of the month and renew, or we're going to replace it, but for probably, to be honest with you, we're leaning toward let's platform, and then we'll add it down the road as a market tool. So that's where we're at right now. We haven't made an official decision on it, but it looks like we now have to. So I will talk with Seth tomorrow, and we'll have an official answer for you tomorrow.
Cool. All right, so let me see here. Make sure the emails have links to sign up, and they are easy to do. Okay, Mark, we can do that. Peter, since TFT and BlogNetwork are being separated, will BlogNetwork now have its own fast start bonus? No, not enough money, because if you look, it's $20. We'd have to make it more expensive and raise the price. We don't want to do that. Suzanne, vendors need to join TFT because they could give away doing something with that. From it, some people will get. Rick, even coming in at the bottom to look like being at the top in a few months. Very true, Rick. Very true. Suzanne, I don't understand why people want to cancel a TFT membership of $9.95 a month, but we'll give them. Well, not many people cancel, Suzanne. So yeah, not many people do that. Gene, Russ, I cannot log in with a new or old password. My account was paid for months, but after the card was shut down, I now need to pay again, but cannot even log in. Will support people to get me logged in and do anything before the deadline? Yes, Gene, absolutely. Just send an email in. They will take care of you or call in. I promise you. We're not going to just delete you out of there. That's not going to happen. Susie, but isn't that the whole point of the timestamp? From TFT, you know, for BlogNetwork, but that's ending. We can't have that go forever. Helen, did I hear right that we can transfer our blog to or a risk spot? It's still stuck to your spot, and that all is where, you know, it's all one paycheck. It's not separate paychecks. You could make money from all of the spots, but you're only going to get one paycheck for all of them. We can't separate those out. That'd be too much. Susie, what is the point of the timestamp? The point of the timestamp was that people signed up in TFT in the beginning, and we were going to hold everybody's timestamp to make sure that their downline was underneath of them. Because if their downline signed up before they signed up, then their downline could be above them. So that was the whole point of the timestamp. But that is ending. So if people do not upgrade, then now they're going to go underneath of their sponsor wherever they fall. And if sponsor hasn't upgraded, then they're going to be a tag sponsor. And at time, and that is done with. Now, whenever you join, you join. And you're going to start seeing a lot of people that don't take advantage of their timestamp. I feel bad for them. Can't make people drink the water. I have led them to it. I should say we have led them to it. Susie, I get what you're saying about building a team, but now I'm confused. What are you confused about, Susie? I don't know what you're confused about. Getting mixed messages, please clarify. I have no idea what you're getting mixed messages about. I really don't, Susie. Also, Susie, aside from the obvious team building, wasn't the whole hype about joining now about where we will be placed? The whole thing about joining now and hype, there was no actual hype. How can we hype something about where you're going to be placed if there was no, you know, deadline on here, get in by this date or you lose? I mean, we were giving everybody to get my original timestamp of when I joined or not later. Well, that's not hype. That's just you just cost yourself a buttload of money, period. So now people are either going to take action or lose, one or the other. So that's really the hype. Helen, that is another link I love about. That is another thing I love about you guys. You answer every question. Absolutely, Helen. Dale, will we be able to use a third-party autoresponder like Aweber, or at least have a way to build and download our own private list separate from BlogNetwork? Dale, you can use Aweber anytime you want. There's lots of people in that free thing in BlogNetwork using Aweber right now. Daryl said, keep it, that's my vote. I don't know what you're saying. Keep it about, Daryl. You got to let me know. TFT video, great blog marketing tool. Cool. Suzanne, if members who are with the video email company currently, I suppose we can use video email service to promote TFT? Absolutely. The matrix. No, what I'm saying, Susan, you're going to have you fell on 17th level of the company. So you're going, okay, well, there's Russ on level 1, and then here's this guy on level 2, and this guy on level 3, and this guy on level 4. So someone sponsors somebody who 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 sponsors somebody down 17 levels, and then there's you. So that's your line of sponsorship. If you find out you're on the 17th level of the company because there's 17 generations of people between me and you might go, oh, I'm just completely screwed because I fell on the 17th level of the company. And that's not true. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's some people, so there's no point of us telling people what level you fell on. A lot of people don't even realize this. In that free thing, I would say, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, 90 to 95% of the growth of the company comes from.
No, it's way below. It's. I mean, I would say that as
deep, removed from me to tell somebody that, they might be like, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter. You're getting your date and timestamp when you signed up, but where you fall, like below me, like what level below me, it means nothing. Literally, it means nothing. There's people that are 20 generations below me, like my 20th level or below, that have over 100 personally sponsored people. So that's what I mean. The date and timestamp is, you're getting that, but it doesn't matter what level you fall on. It really doesn't. Dr. Michael kept saying that we will be placed in the 2x14 matrix, and it would be a good thing to sign up now so all the new people would be under us. Well, not every single new person can be placed under every single person that's already in, Helen. That would make no sense. That's one thing that kind of confuses me when people say this kind of stuff, because if there's 1,000 and a new person signs up, how can every single person have that placed underneath of them? It's not possible. So when Dr. Michael, could fall underneath of you, they could. So if the person above you or the person above them or person above them had sponsored a new person, it could fall underneath of you. But you got to understand, every single person that joins can't fall underneath of every single person that's already in. It's just not possible. So please don't confuse on what myself or Dr. Michael ever say when we're talking about timing means a lot, because timing does mean a lot. But you got to understand, not every single person is going to fall underneath of you that joins. That's just not going to happen. How will people use videos on the blog network? There's different plugins where you can put videos all over, like YouTube videos and all sorts of different videos all one. Eventually, we do a co-op for blog. Don't know yet, but maybe. Woo!
can't believe we got the great work. Be ready because we're about to have some fun, everybody. And yeah, we're going to help again. So everybody, you guys have a great night. Matt, when's the next webinar? Thursday night?
Yeah, doing another one Thursday. We'll have more announcements on there. Couple things. The daily deal platforms is going down tonight. You won't see it again until it relaunches and is looking smoking hot with all location-based tracked. And by that time, it'll be May 1st. The blog network will be up and running and cranking. People will be clamoring. Vendors will be signing up. And by the time we release the Daily Deals platform, not only through that free thing, but more importantly through the blog network, you know, we're going to be pretty excited about it. So something we've been working quite some time and excited. The right vehicle in the right platform, and exciting stuff. As you guys have heard, get on our webinar, invite people to the Thursday one. We'll be doing basically the same thing, except for we'll have a little bit more detail, kind of a hard dip on the timestamps over the next 48 hours. It's very, very key that you get your people to lock in their timestamps because this is going away. This is no longer available. Basically, TFT and all of you guys and your members, you're losing your exclusivity if you don't take action in the next 48 hours. It's going to be, you know, it's first come, first serve at that point. It doesn't matter if you're the first freeloader in. So 48 hours, get on the webinar Thursday night. It's kind of the last time we'll be announcing that. If you have any freeloaders on the fence, anybody that's, you know, not sure what that what the blog network is all about, make sure you get them on that webinar on Thursday night. Look out for some emails. Thank you guys so much for being on. You know, we still on here, and it's just that we have so much retention, such great atmosphere. Thank you.
Okay, good night here from Spain as well.
The organizer has ended the session, and this